Hey, I'm going to tell you a story. It happened 26 years ago, and really the scariest few months of my life, but how something good came out of it. Uh, 26 years ago, I thought I had it all figured out. I was fat and happy working for a big company. I thought that was the key to success, getting in, plugging in with a big company, and just climbing their corporate ladder. I didn't want to have anything to do with owning my own business. I didn't want to try to generate leads for myself. I didn't want to do any of that. I thought the comfy, cozy place was working for a big company, that life would be stable. I'd have health care. My wages would just keep increasing over time. But then after 9 years, it all sort of fell apart at one time. This company that I'd been with for 9 years, they had just eliminated my job, my department. The way I found out about it was I got a call from a headhunter one day. And the headhunter, at the end of the call, I asked them where they got my name. And they said, they told me the name, and it happened to be the boss of my boss. Oh, I went around the corner and asked, and sure enough, they were doing away with my job. About a week later, as I'm recoiling from that and figuring out what in the world am I going to do without any income, we found out that our 6-month-old daughter had a brain tumor. The news of that sent my mother into the hospital. So I've got all this going on at once. Trying to figure out how I was going to make money, trying to figure out how I was going to pay the Cobra because this job was going to go away. I had to have the Cobra to pay for my daughter's medical bills, and it just seemed overwhelming. I thought, what else can be added to this forest fire? I just don't know. And through it all, I thought, I really just don't want to go back into a corporate world and depend on another company that can just yank the rug out from under me. And I thought, I've got to take this opportunity to start doing things on my own, not depending on somebody else. So I reached out, and I had some expertise in energy working for this company. I had taken it on myself to learn the skill of energy cost reduction. So I had that skill set there, and it saved them a whole bunch of money, like $1 million a year. And I wondered if I could take that on the road, so to speak, if I could work with companies outside of this company and save them money. I found some people that were doing that on a pay-for-performance basis, and I asked them just to send me their projects that they couldn't make money on, and thankfully I could get some early traction and save some money on those and get some money coming in. Our daughter was coming out of it about that time too. She had a tumor, but thank God it was benign. She's had ramifications from that, but it could have been much worse. And so from a situation that just seemed like was overwhelming, that everything was happening at once, I was able to create essentially a better life that I would have never ever done. I would have never had the courage to go out and do that if it had not been for these negative, nasty situations going on that were in the moment incredibly fearful, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world right now. I decided it would have to be better, and being responsible for my own work, rather than relying on a company, has been the best decision I ever made. Using my own skills and relying on myself and my own work ethic has just been the best thing, and I couldn't imagine going back to it. But I was able to quickly replace my income. And really why this matters to you is we're all the same. I will bet you have had similar things happen to you. Maybe not the exact same thing. I sure hope not. But your story and mine are more similar than many people would say. I can guarantee you that. that we've all had tough things that have happened to us, and I think we have to choose in those moments to use that energy to launch ourselves into the next stage. I didn't know it at that time. This is a reflection that I've had that I think you might resonate with, that this might create some reflection, and maybe you're in a position where things are rough for you right now, that life seems to be throwing you curveballs and knuckleballs, and I'm here to tell you those can be the crucible for some of the best things that you could ever imagine happening, and we need those times. We don't wish those times, but we need those times to as a springboard to launch us into the next things, and things in life, the things that can really bring about the type of life that we really want. I just want to say, if you've got any thoughts about this, or if this resonates with you in any way, I would sure love to hear your comments below. Reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you and hearing your story. Take care.